Good morning, everybody. My name is Bo Pelzinski, and this is my lovely lab partner,
Melissa Lemieux. And today we will be doing a scale model of the solar system.
So let's see what we got, and let's do this up.
Let me start by introducing our all-star cast today. We have the sun here coming in at 23 centimeters. Here we have Mercury at 1 millimeter. Then we move over to Venus at 2 millimeters. The Earth coming in at 2 millimeters. Then we have Mars at 1 millimeter. Here we have Jupiter at 2.4 centimeters. On to the next, we have Saturn at 2 centimeters. Uranus here at 9 millimeters. Neptune at 8 millimeters, and last but not least, Pluto at 0.5 millimeters. Now, as you may see, this is obviously not to scale. So, Bo, where are we headed today?
Well, so what we have here is an overhead view of the area that's called Green Mountain, which is located in Lakewood, Colorado. And essentially what we've done is we've mapped out an octagonally shaped 2-kilometer in diameter space that is used to mimic the orbit of all of the planets. And so we're going to walk all the way to the top and center here where this tower is located. And we're going to use that as a reference point so that if we can't see exactly where we placed our sun, we know the general area of where it is. But for simplicity reasons, basically we've decided that we're going to use this already naturally occurring pathway that's on the mountain to lay out our objects so that you can see that they're obviously the same distance away from all these other things. So drive all the way here, starting down from my house here, getting all the way to Green Mountain. And so we can lay out all of our lovely planets and get this thing going. So let's do it.
Can't say that we didn't earn this grade. Yeah. Oh boy. What you doing there, Melissa?
Look at that view.
Oh boy, look at that view. Oh, it's just straight gorgeousness up here.
Oh, are we almost to the sun yet?
Center of the solar system, just right up there, dear. Alrighty then, we have finally reached the center of our universe. This is the tower, our reference point for where our sun is going to be. And so we've decided to perch the sun right here on this lovely rock. And this pathway right here is going to be our celestial pathway that we're going to be walking today. And so so here's a little sun fun fact for you. Our sun is composed mostly of helium and hydrogen atoms burning at billions of degrees. So really you could say that the center of our universe is actually nothing more than just a big ball of hot air. Alright, are you ready to go on to Mercury here?
Sure enough.
Sure enough. So here we are at our first stop on our celestial pathway here, at the first and closest planet to the sun, which is Mercury. We are 10 meters away from our sun. And in the real world, Melissa, how far is the sun from Mercury?
Like 58 million kilometers?
Wow, no way.
Yeah.
Wow, 58 million kilometers, that distance. And what we're using to represent our planet is actually this tiny little fuzzball, pink and purple style. So we are going to set this right here in the center. So we have that. And a fun fact about Mercury is that the side of Mercury that is closest to the sun is a blazing inferno, and the side that is farthest away from the sun is a freezing cold Iceland. So, if you were to be standing where Melissa was standing, you'd be on fire! But if you're standing where I'm standing, you'd be cold as ice, baby. So, on we go to Venus.
Alright, here we are at Venus, 108 million kilometers from our sun, or 18 meters from our basketball. So, it's a fun fact, man.
Fun fact for Venus is that it is considered Earth's twin because the two planets are so similar in size.
Here we are at planet Earth, third rock from the sun, and only planet able to sustain life in our solar system. Our Earth is 150 million kilometers from the sun, or 25 meters from our basketball.
And here we are, 13 meters out from the Earth, at the red planet known as Mars, named after the god of war from Greek mythology. We are standing at a distance of 227,920,000 kilometers away from the sun. And what's interesting about this planet is that this would be the only other planet that would be possible to sustain life. And so our scientists are working hard at that. But enough about Mars. Let's go on to the king of all planets, Jupiter. Alrighty then, we have arrived here all the way down to the largest of all of our planets, Jupiter. We are standing out 130 meters, from our basketball sun. And Jupiter is actually the largest of all planets. It has a diameter of 142,984 kilometers, which is about 11 times as large as the Earth. A really cool fun fact about Jupiter is that this area right here is called the Great Red Spot, which is actually an incredibly intense storm that's been brewing for over 300 years. That size would engulf the entire size of our planet. Hurricane winds estimated to be 4, 5, 6, 700 miles an hour at any given point in time. Jupiter is also the king planet, as Jupiter was the god of gods in Greek mythology. But enough about that. On we go to Saturn. So here we are, about 238 meters from our basketball sun. It's obviously no longer within visible range, but that's why we're using our tower as a reference point for it. But so, Miss Melissa, since the next planet on our list is considered the pretty planet, and since you got something in common with that, would you like to introduce it to us?
Well, I don't really have much on Saturn because I only have 3 iced out rings. Saturn has 7.
Oh, snap. But,
So it takes Saturn about 30 Earth years to travel around the sun.
No way.
It is our second largest planet, and it is pretty, ain't it?
Guaranteed. Oh boy, are you ready to move on?
Let's get working.
Let's get working. So Melissa, tell me a little bit about Uranus.
Well, we're now over 2.8 million kilometers from the sun, and the thing about Uranus is that it goes sideways.
No way.
Yeah, Uranus its axis is tilted more than any other planet in our solar system.
Oh wow, okay.
But I think that's enough about Uranus. Let's move on to its sister planet, Neptune.
Neptune, here we go. 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 67, 68, 224, 25, 26, 227, 228, 229. Alright, you ready? Whenever you're ready, just give me the thumbs up. Whew. Oh boy. I think it's time for a little water break, guys. Oh, refreshing. Well, speaking of water, that brings us to our next planet in the lineup, which is Neptune. Neptune sits approximately 4.5 billion kilometers away from the sun, which is way the heck down that way. And fun fact about Neptune is very similar to Jupiter. There's actually a very large storm system going on over here. But that's it for Neptune. Let's move on. Let's finish this puppy up. Let's go to Pluto.
And we're off to Pluto.
9, 50, 51, 50. So here we are. We finally made it to the farthest planet in the reaches of our solar system, Pluto, represented by this tiny little paper ball in the middle of this washer. And so, Melissa, what are you able to tell us about Mickey's dear old friend?
Well, at over 5.8 billion kilometers from our sun, Pluto is our farthest planet, and little is known about it. There are estimates saying that it's about a fifth the size of Earth and about 39 times the distance away from the sun as the Earth. And that really concludes our walk down solar system lane here.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video on our solar system. Thanks to NASA and their official website for our fun facts and information. Thanks.
Have a great day.